it's time for the best coverage of high school football in the Valley. This is the Best Local Sports Show with Sports Director Blake Arthur, Sports Anchor Bailey Arredondo, and the News Channel 3 Sports Team.
It's that time of year. Playoff high school football is here. We had 6 local teams with first-round games on Friday night, all of them taking their first step towards winning a ring.
The pressure is on. It's do or die. Bright lights. We got all the highlights, scores, and much more from all 6 games, 4 of which happened right here in our backyard. Volume up, remote down. It's playoff edition on the Best Local Sports Show.
Come on, baby. That's our first playoff game since 2016. We come out here with a bang. Let's go get it.
Man, we're just here to get the job done, you know what I mean?
Welcome into the Best Local Sports Show. Blake Arthur alongside Bailey Arredondo here for the first round of the playoffs and our final show. Bailey, let's set the scene for everyone at home here watching. We had 6 local teams, first round games on Friday night, 4 of them happening at home here in the Valley. All of them wanting to win in advance to get to that second round.
Regular season is fun, a little flirty, but moments are made in the playoffs. Am I right? And listen, banners are nice, but ain't nothing like a little bling.
You got a little ring on there?
I wish I did. You do.
I do, yeah. Shout out to my wife. We start with La Quinta, and what a story this is, huh, Bailey? Impressive turnaround for a program. Winless in league the last 2 years, but here they are, league champs, part of that 3-way DEL title, hosting Granite Hills in Division 9. Aiden Insubaga.
What a name.
Oh, love it. Sophomore star. He really runs the rock well for LQ. Yeah, throws up the threes for number 3. Tommy Ansley, the senior, showing out. Man, I love watching him play football, Bailey.
He just does it all. A competitor never gives up.
Hard worker, good kid, good player. I mean, he's everything you want in a student athlete. His first score of the game. Isaiah Alvarado, another great story, and another senior. Punches it in. Future student athlete of the week, huh?
Hey, keep on the lookout.
Touchdown there, and let's go back to 3. And Sabuga, second touchdown of the game. His mom's a big fan of the show, and you see why. Her kid's on it all the time. He's throwing up the threes again. It's his second score of the game. Back to Ansley. How about this? Get off me there, get off me here, and I am gone. Number 11, touchdown Tommy. That's what we should start calling him, huh?
Touchdown Tommy.
TD Tommy, man. It's fun watching him compete and play. And this La Quinta team put up 60-plus points. They run wild over Granite Hills, 61-47 the final. The Blackhawks get the win as they advance to the second round in Division 9.
You know what? They set the goals. These kids set the goals, and you know, several of the goals, and we've met a lot of them. And the last one we set was to win CIF, and you know that's what we're working towards. You know, so I'm just real proud of them. The fact that these kids are, you know, came in and we grinded it. They grind. And you look back at what we looked like back in week 1 compared to now, we've come a long way.
It feels pretty good. You know, we're not going to sit here and be like, oh, we could have this matchup, that matchup. We just played our season. CIF made all the decisions, and we just show up. We don't care who we're going to go against. We're gonna pound the rock.
We came out here with the mentality that this is going to be our last game. We're seniors, all of us, but we didn't really want to lose. We wanted to keep going. We got 3 more weeks. Just trying to put on for the Q. Get our respect back, man.
Credit La Quinta. I mean, who would have thought that they would be here? They won the flag game against Palm Desert. Now they win a home game. And by the way, that second round game is going to be against Laguna Beach. But I mean, wow.
I think what they were missing was confidence in the last few years.
Yeah.
They got it and then some this season.
They got a swagger back on Q Block for sure. All right, Palm Springs also earned a share of that 3-way DEL title I mentioned and drew a home game as a result. Bailey, the Indians welcoming Paloma Valley in Division 7.
Another tough team to go up against, but it's that Springs ball, baby.
Spring ball, baby.
You know the vibes. Hey, this is a stacked Wildcats team coming from Paloma Valley who won 6 of their last 7 games. Indians were up 3-0 at the half. Javen Kapler fighting through injury. He was tweaked up a little bit a few weeks ago, but he's balling. First half came out firing. This was to Derek Lopez.
D-Lo.
With the touchdown catch. Indians up 10-0. Feeling some rhythm. Hey, when you wear the all reds, you got to be going for blood. Kapler, again, fighting through adversity. How about 70 yards to the barn?
Oh!
Damon Lee. You like that attacking the football?
High point the football. Go get it, huh, D. Lee?
I love it.
I love watching Kapler play, and you wish he was 100%. We know he's not, but he's still out there balling, giving his team a chance to win, Bailey.
Just a pure competitor, loves football and loves Palm Springs. But hey, Paloma Valley kept chipping away, moving down the field. They had to get down there, but how about this?
Ooh.
Little interception from Paola Rapola, rather, interception for Springs, but PS would have nothing to show. Listen, Paloma Valley was down 17-0 at one point. Wildcats would just not give up. They would score 2 late touchdowns. Kapler in and out of the second half late. Indians just run out of gas. Palm Springs season comes to an end. Paloma Valley storms back in the second half. 28-24 the final. Blake, credit the Indians on a great season, sharing the league title. Believe in battle forever.
Didn't go our way, but that's life, and you're going to get punched in the mouth sometimes in life, and it's how you respond to it. It's the important things. It's we had our opportunities. We were up 17-0, and then things didn't go our way. So, but that's life. Sometimes that's going to happen.
Yeah, credit Dan Murphy, too. Does an excellent job over at PS.
Yeah, one of the best.
Really one of the best. But, hey, it wasn't a failure of a season sharing the league title. They won a lot of games. But if Kapler was fully healthy, I do believe they would have made a deep run.
It's going to feel that way for Palm Springs, right? They lose the last game of the season against Palm Desert at home, a chance to get the outright league title, and then they fall in the consecutive week here in the first round of the playoffs. So not the way they wanted to go out, but the Indians, heck of a team. Appreciate what Coach Dan Murphy does for that program, and we'll be sure to have coverage of them next season. All right, don't go anywhere. Coming up after the break.
DVL, where you at? Coachella Valley and India were both at home on a Friday night. See if the Arabs and Rajas could roll onto the second round in their respective division. What are you watching? You should know by now. It's high school football on the best local sports show.
Yeet.
It's playoff football on the best sports show in the Valley.
#1 freshman running back in the Valley.
It's playoff time here at CV. Woo! Playoff time here at CV High School. Yeah, buddy.
Those never get old.
That's my favorite part of the show. How about those dogs? You see those dogs?
Oh, I saw those dogs. I was smelling them. I wanted a little bite, a little taste.
I was in line at the Habit for 30 minutes. We could have had some of those dogs.
I know. Next time we just got to start picking up food at the games, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's the move for next season, but we'll talk next season.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Bailey, Blake. Continuing this playoff edition of the best local sports show. And Blake, it's time to talk DVL ball, right? Headlined by, of course, Indio and CV.
Yeah, Bailey, these two rivals ended the league season last week, the annual Bell game. CV came out on top. Low-scoring, competitive game. Great game, actually, as CV took down Indio, their third straight championship. But look, hey, that's over and done with. Both these programs focus now on the playoffs and their respective matchup in front of them on Friday night.
Let's head on over to the city of Coachella. CV taking on Diamond Bar in Division 9, rocking the All Blacks. Ooh. I mean, they've had the best jersey games of the year.
Drip?
Drip, drip, drip. But listen, Diamond Bar are a good team. 9-1 overall, undefeated in league. They would get on the board first, right out the gate, march down the field, but they would miss the extra point. So the Mighty Arabs trying to get something going, couldn't really get anything going on offense. Great tackles here by Ezekiel Galvin, and then on the next play right here, Renee Vidana, captain, Diamond Bar, still in the red zone on 4th down, takes a shot, connects, but
inbound? No.
In high school, you need only 1 foot, but that was no feet. Back on CV, he's been out the last few weeks with an ankle injury, but Aaron Ramirez is one of the sparks, the lone sparks for CV. Love his passion for football. Get the crowd involved. Stand up, Coachella. But CV, a lot of short passes. They really couldn't sustain their drives. Arabs just frustrated on offense. CV just could not come together collectively on both sides of the ball. Diamond Bar just having a few more playmakers on the outside. They're a solid team from a great division, and they were too much for CV. 14-13 at the half turned into 41-10.
Yikes.
The final, yikes indeed. Diamond Bar ends Coachella Valley season. Credit to the Mighty Arabs program, coaching staff, athletic department. This season had a lot of great memories, but it ends on a sour taste.
Yeah, they won the league title, but the season ends in the first round. All right, can't have CV without Indio, right? Final first round game in town. Indio hosting Montebello, Division 12. First playoff game for the Rajas in 21 years.
Wow.
And Coach Zero, he was locked in. He looked like a fighter in the ring ahead of a championship fight, Bailey. I mean, he's like, hey, he wants all the smoke. A lot of credit to him for turning this program around. Coach Hayes, one of the best in the Valley. Indio started the game, great drive. Dominic Moran, we talk about running hard. This kid plays fast and physical, some good gains early. Set up Indio, same drive. Fabian Garcia hits Alejandro Munoz. Woo. Nice catch, keeps the feet in bounds. They marked him inside the 3, and that's when Indio feeds the big fella, the freshman, number 44, Israel Negretti.
I ain't tackling him.
Hey, he calls himself the best freshman in the Valley. He'll tell you straight up, and he might be. 6-0 Indio after the missed extra point. Just one of the many miscues, though, for Indio. They had some fumbling issues like this here, led to a Montebello touchdown on the next play. I mean, you got to take care of the football in the regular season, but specifically in the playoffs. Oilers took the lead 7-6, but Garcia and Moran, the offense would keep working after a defensive play, a sack here to keep the Oilers off the board. Now, this thing went into overtime. Kind of crazy how it ended up. So Montebello tied it late to force OT. Indio scored in OT, but again, missing that extra point. And then Montebello would score, converted the extra point, so they win it. The Oilers do 22-21. Heartbreaking loss, but a heck of a season for the Rajas. Ending, though, in the first round. A lot of credit, though, to Indio turning that program around and getting a home playoff game this season. All right, coming up, Palm Desert, Yucca Valley. We're outside the Valley in their first round, but Bailey, we still got you covered.
That's what we do. We make plays, and we talk about plays of the week. Stick around. You're watching high school football on the best local sports show.
Hi, I'm Chris Tarpening, lead photographer for Friday Night Football. You're watching CIF Playoffs on the best local sports show.
I'm Jonathan Rodas. I'm one of the editors here at KESQ, and you're watching the best local sports show.
I'm Inez Gonzalez, and I'm one of the photogs here at KESQ. And you're watching the best local sports show.
I'm Wes Williams. I'm here with KASQ. I'm one of the shooters out there. You're watching the best local sports show.
I'm Jesus Reyes, digital content director. You're watching the best local sports show.
I'm Chris Devlin, director here at News Channel 3. You're watching the best local sports show.
Hi, this is Beverly Maxfield at KESQ in production, and you're watching the best local sports show.
Welcome back as we wrap up the show here. Cannot thank our staff enough. They do a lot of work behind the scenes. You saw some of them there, and we really appreciate all they do to make this happen. Hey, anyone who's got to deal with me is worthy of praise. I know you have some words to say as well.
No, a great idea. We over me. A lot of behind the scenes makes what happens, what we do on the scenes, so special.
Yeah, and a lot goes into the show. This isn't just you and me getting up here. It's a lot of work that goes into it behind the scenes.
Certainly.
And I wish the people at home would understand that, and hopefully they do after seeing that. So thank you to all those. And by the way, John Moreno, our director of the show, he didn't want to be on air.
I was wondering where he was at.
That's how humble he is. So shout out to you, Moreno. Really appreciate what you do. All right, before we get to our plays of the week, I want to mention our two teams who were on the road in the first round, Palm Desert and Yucca Valley, Bailey, and not good. In Division 6, Palm Desert got shut out at San Juan Hills 35-0. The Aztecs, they were in the highest division of our local teams. They drew a tough matchup on the road. And as for YV, what happened?
Yucca Valley falls at South Pasadena 43-35. Credit YV. I mean, putting up 35 points on the road is something to be proud of. They competed hard. Trojans ending their season, but have a lot of young talent. Sophomore quarterback, juniors at skill positions. They're going to be a formidable team here in the desert in the next few seasons.
That they are. Head coach Jeremy Johnson actually texted me that Michael Ramos threw for 4 touchdowns, rushed for another. Javin Hudson, 2 touchdown catches. Miles Harper, Malachi Harper each had a TD. So he said it was a heartbreaker, but almost everyone will be back next year. Big fan of the show as well. Coach Johnson, appreciate you sending that in. And unfortunately, you look at what happened here, and, well, we had 6 games, 6 local teams, and just one of them winning. La Quinta, the lone winner. So that's kind of the heartbreak of the playoffs. It's awesome if you win in advance, but if you do lose, it's kind of an abrupt end to the season. So
it's life.
It is. Good life lesson. All right, let's move on. Finishing with our play of the week nominees. Number 1, Fabian Garcia. Bailey somehow gets this ball off, avoiding the sack to find Alejandro Munoz for the big gain. How did he do that?
How did he see him?
I don't know. Let me look at that. He's like going down to the ground, and he somehow gets it. Nice play, Garcia, the Indio star quarterback. But of course, The Rajas lost a tough one, 22-21 in the first round.
Number 2, Palm Springs, Javen Kapler to Derek Lopez for the touchdown. Good ball, but even a better catch.
Oh, and then he says, look, too small? Did you give him that one?
Yeah, he gave him a little something.
Yeah.
It was a nice connection. On the All Reds, Palm Springs loses to Paloma Valley at home.
And last but not least, number 3, I mean, come on. La Quinta quarterback Tommy Ansley, 2 impressive runs for touchdowns. The senior showing out. Be sure to vote for your favorite play on our website over the weekend. The winning play will be announced on Monday. Tommy Ansley, nominee number 3. Heck of a game as La Quinta, the lone winner in the first round on a Friday night. So, hey, this is kind of bittersweet because that is it for this week's edition, but also this year's edition of the Best Local Sports Show. The first with you, Bailey, and it was a lot of fun.
I enjoyed it. I hope we could do it again.
Yeah, well, we're looking forward to next season. As always, thank you, as you heard, to our hardworking team that makes this all possible behind the scenes. And we want to thank you for watching. Obviously, this is an entertainment show, a television show. It's for the kids and the parents. I know get a great kick out of it, as do the coaches. And want to thank the coaches and parents and all the kids for participating and making this a community event. It's not just football, it's a community event.
Way more than that, passionate, and listen, this area loves their football, and we love doing this.
Well, we're going to miss this show. We're going to miss bringing it to you guys, but until next season, he's Bailey Arredondo. I'm Blake Arthur. Send him off, Bales.
BAs, out.
News Channel 3 is now available on any of these streaming services and on KESQ.com.